Hello, folks. Today I want to talk a little bit about OpenAI, SORA, and what that means for the job market as creators. Let's get into it. If you don't know me, I'm Spencer. I like to talk about simple living, frugality, and ways to cut back on your technology usage. And man, this technology is moving really, really fast, isn't it? Last year we were seeing Will Smith eating pasta and it didn't look very good. I mean, I was impressed with where AI was going for sure. Kind of came out of nowhere and it was pretty decent. Like you could kind of see the writing on the wall that this stuff was going to get good pretty fast, but I never expected it to go as fast as it has. With the release of this OpenAI Sora text to video generator thing, it's scary stuff. It is really, really good. As a creator, I'm impressed, but I'm also quite freaked out about it because I think it's going to rock the video industry. I think people are going to lose jobs over this in the next couple of years for sure. I mean, I watched MKBHD's video on this and I just walked away from that thing going, oh my God, like we are in trouble. People who make stock footage already, people who like fly drones around at beautiful vistas and stuff, their days are numbered. Their number is very low as well. Their days are going to be up very soon. There was some really, really good drone footage type shots where you were overhead and we were like in Europe and we were at like a California vista and it was all so well done. And it was basically completely real. I just felt like I was just looking at a drone shot. If you told me this was a drone shot, I would have believed that it was a real thing, but it was fully generated by AI. People who make stock footage are going to be done very soon. I don't see why stock footage companies would pay a person to do this when they can just pay for a license for this thing and generate an infinite amount. Like users who pay for the service can just go right through the stock footage company to type in what they need and get what they want. That's not good. There is literally going to be no need to hire people for this stuff anymore. Drone operators, there's going to be many drone operators who just don't get called out to do certain shoots because they're going to be able to generate it via AI. Now, I'm sure you know about the writer strike that happened in the US last year. A big part of that was trying to make sure that they were protected from AI, that writers' rooms weren't able to just be replaced by ChatGPT for jobs. And they were successful in that. They were able to ensure that they were able to get writers in the room and that companies weren't able to just outsource it to a software to do their jobs. And I think that's the only way that we're going to be able to fight this in the future because I mean, AI is out of the box, right? They're not going to be able to put it back in the box. We're not going back now that this thing's been made. It's just going to keep going forward. And the only way to protect real people's jobs from this type of thing is to actually just legislate that companies aren't allowed to use it. And I'm not trying to be like anti progress and say companies aren't allowed to use it at all. I don't know what capacity it should be used in, but I know that it should be for sure legislated so real people don't lose their jobs to software. Because it's not like, oh, Amazon's done because AI is here, or oh, Disney's done because AI is here. It's the people like us, it's the technicians, it's the people at the bottom who are going to get completely wiped by this stuff happening. It's not the people at the top who run these companies. They're going to be able to do everything for a lot cheaper, and they're going to be able to, like what happened during the pandemic, screw over the little guy, screw over the people at the bottom, and then up their profits over the course of this. So I really hope that we can find a balance where we're able to legislate against this stuff and protect actual people's jobs, but then also use it where it's appropriate and enjoy it. It's really cool that we're able to use a computer to make something that is so realistic. But it's scary because 1 year ago it looked so bad. Now it looks, I don't know, 80% of the way there. And who knows what it's going to look like next year. Probably insane. Because with this software, there's little issues, right? Like there was the one of the woman walking through like Hong Kong at night or something. And the one guy in the background was kind of blurry and he was kind of floating. With a lot of them, the hands are messed up, right? They're just like all like bizarre and moving in weird ways. But the thing is, the average person and the use case for this type of stuff, I think, is going to be kind of just very basic short form advertisement that you would see on your Instagram or your Facebook feed that you're just going to be swiping through very rapidly. You're not going to stop and really look at it for a long time. I think for those use cases, this OpenAI stuff is already good enough. I think nobody's really going to look. How many people see an Instagram ad when they're looking through their feed and actually stop and go, "Wow, what a great ad. That's so good." No, you don't do that. You see it and then you swipe through it instantly. You're like, "Get out of here. I want to see what my next friend or influencer is doing." And you just keep swiping. So you're not going to notice if the hands are messed up. You're not going to notice if the guy in the background is kind of blurrier than the rest of it. Like That stuff is really not that big of a concern. I think that as soon as this is able to be used by companies, it's going to start getting implemented. So I think legislation needs to be kind of pushed through ASAP, honestly. It's my time on here saying I can't read it. My vision is too shit now because of technology. I say this in every video. This is the through line of my channel, right? Simple living, frugality, reducing your technology usage. We need to simplify our lives. We need to lower our expenses dramatically because we don't know what this is going to do to the employment landscape in the future. You know, it's coming for the drone operators and the stock footage guys right now. Who knows who else's job this stuff is going to come for next. And if there's not the proper legislation, right, if there's not the right people in government who are going to do the right thing and protect the working people, then I think our jobs can very quickly be at stake in the next couple of years. You know, you hear things about universal basic income and all these other things. What happens when AI has taken so many jobs that there's just not enough jobs left to go around? I don't even want to think about that because it really depends on who's in power, how that gets implemented, and what happens if the working man's left in the cold or whatnot. I think that the only thing that you can do is you can self insure by saving as much money as possible and just be able to weather whatever storms are ahead. Because who knows? I don't want to be a doomer about this. I don't want to say, like, oh, we're all screwed. We're all going to be on UBI. I'm not sure. I don't have any idea, honestly. I'm not personally that worried right away because documentary content, human content, people want this human connection, right? Just talking to a real person. Little tip videos and stuff, they're going to be able to automate that with an AI person, with an AI influencer. But I think, like, I just know by based on what I watch that people want to talk to a regular person. They want to feel like they're in a community online. That is why people enjoy the internet and places like Reddit so much, is that they can feel like they're part of a community. So I think that human connection is always going to be there, and there's always going to be a niche at least for that, depending on how much AI takes over. There will always be a niche for human stuff. So I'm not that worried about it for myself on this little channel. But like, this isn't my job, right? I'm actually worried about my regular job getting destroyed by AI in the near future. So what I'm trying to do is just save as much money as possible so I have multiple years of living expenses saved, so I'm just ready for whatever's coming. Maybe nothing's going to come of it. Maybe we're just going to have these interesting tools that are going to allow us to do our jobs differently and better in certain ways. Certain jobs will be erased, but certain jobs will be created, right? Like they're going to need people who can actually control this AI because you type in things to this AI and it generates based on what you type in. You're going to want like specialist people who are able to use this software effectively to, you know, command language to articulate it to the AI, somebody who's able to translate to AI exactly what you want to get the image that you want. So I don't know. That's just a guess. There's going to be tons of specialists, I think, that could come up in this field of AI. There's going to be a lot of people who are making money on this from the outset, but then I think there could be, if not handled properly, a lot of people losing money in the future. And I guess that's generally where I stand today. I probably have put a few clips of this AI stuff over this video. Look up SORA. I wanted to call this video, "You'll be SORA, you did. You'll be so SORA." That's not going to work. But I just wanted to, maybe I put it in because I want you guys to know that that's what I was thinking. So yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to kind of riff on this for a minute because this is going to really change the landscape for creators, I think. I think we already have a huge issue with this kind of bot content on here. Basically, like any channel that speculates about how much money a YouTuber is earning is a bot. And any like random product review for a niche product is usually just a bot, like a Microsoft Sam voice, basically, just reading the specs to like stock footage. That is going to be leveled up to an extreme level. We already have that like AI girl who's like an OnlyFans person making like 50K a month. Like that stuff is already out there and fooling people into spending money on it. So this is only going to get better and better. For this one context, I'm not that worried about it for myself, but for my job, I'm quite worried about it. I think the film industry is going to look a lot different in the short to medium term. I think the long term, every job's going to look a lot different because of this. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Are you worried about this? Do you think it's a great new frontier in computing and it's going to improve our whole lives and we're going to live just wonderful, pleasant lives forever? Or are you scared of this? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.